G20 live on the scene downtown Toronto here, in the thick of the block party, which has involved probably 3,000 different activists here. Things are getting very heated on the street here. Police have riot gear on. There must be 400 police officers flanking both sides of the protest here, all decked out in riot gear. Tensions feel very high here. Stay tuned, because this is going to be, this might get explosive. We're going west on Elm now. What they're doing is they're holding us at each side street and basically corralling us and holding us in place while the riot cops can come around to the next street and hold us off there. So they're containing us until they can get into position in the next westward section leading towards the fence. And they're doing that, I guess, with the goal of containing us all the way out of the red zone.
People took to the streets in Toronto to demonstrate against the two summits. RT's Lauren Lister went to judge the mood.
It may look like a dance party behind me, but this is no party. These are all activists, and they are filling the streets, all protesting the G8 and the G20 summits happening in Canada. Now, some of these are peaceful protesters, and there is a group, and they're all dressed in black, faces covered, who earlier hit our cameras, did not want to be filmed. Others may describe them as anarchists. We're not sure how they would describe themselves, but part of the march, no less. When the police are not visible here, you can see them all the way around the perimeter of this march, all in riot gear, forming lines with bicycles, forming lines. They've been marching for hours. They have not made it to the convention center yet, where the summit is taking place, which you may recall is guarded by a 5-mile-long or kilometer-long fence that's 12 feet high to guard from any kind of protesters to get over into actually where the summit takes place. People bearing signs, yelling at the police, and we will continue to bring the latest. From Toronto, Canada, I'm Lauren Lister, RT.
On the security front, we saw the first large-scale protest march in Toronto today, and we learned that police have controversial new arrest powers.
It's a power struggle that played out again today as the first big summit demo wound towards the security perimeter. They were stopped before they got there. Now we know, though, to further bolster its strength, police got some additional powers just for the summit.
It's dramatic that Dalton McGuinty, having made this regulation on June 2nd, for almost a month now, has refused to tell the public what the law is and what the consequences of breaching it are.
The Public Works Protection Act, as it's called, isn't new, but extending it broadly to downtown city blocks is unprecedented.
Within 5 meters of this wall, so please turn off your video camera.
We can't film within 5 meters of the wall?
That's correct.
So your friend didn't want to tell the police who he was, so he's been arrested for the time being.
That sort of law, which essentially means people can be searched without a warrant. They can be asked to identify themselves. You have to, carry identification with you. All of those things go against our basic human rights.
Fighting for communities, we shall not be moved. Fighting for communities, we shall not be moved. Like the tree that's standing by the water, we shall not be moved. Fighting for autonomy, we shall not be moved. Fighting for autonomy, we shall not be moved. Like the tree. The people united will never be
variety of levels, I might add. RBC was one various banks. We stood
and put down that fire because there's a chance that cruiser could have closed.
Okay, and we're getting some reports that actually some of the protesters have penetrated the security fencing. I'm not sure if that's accurate. This is on Twitter, so we've got to consider that. But certainly from what we've seen, and we've just been talking about the fact, Alan, that they did manage to at least get this close. If in fact they are penetrating that security fencing is another question. So.